Are you guys worried that as COVID-19 has come into our lives, your job offers might be revoked, or that probably it's not the right time to start an MBA, or how are your placements gonna go this year? Well, these are fairly common discussions these days, and therefore I went around and I spoke to my friends, I spoke to some HRs, and I spoke to in general people around me who are from the industry, and ask them what their point of view on these things are, and that is what I'm going to share with you in the video today. So please keep watching. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The MBA Guinea Pig. I'm Urvashi Jain, an MDI Gurgaon alum, and like you know, I share videos on how I prepared for CAT, my life in MDI Gurgaon, and how things have been after I passed out. So if those are the kind of things which interest you, please like, share and subscribe, and put in the comments below what other videos would you like to watch. So the topic for today is placements in times of COVID-19 scenario, and the 4 scenarios that I'm going to share is if you are a person who is just entering your MBA, is going to sit for your summer internship this year. Second, if you're a person who is just passing out of MBA and therefore worried in case your offer might be revoked, or you are in your second year and you have to sit for your final placements at the end of this year and you're very worried that how is it going to pan out. And the fourth kinds, which is if you're just deciding if I want to do an MBA or not, and if in the COVID-19 scenario it would be that good an idea or not to do an MBA. So these are the 4 kinds of scenarios that I'm going to be discussing. This video is being sponsored by Unacademy. Those guys are doing some great work on their platform as they bring a lot of content creators like me who've done their MBA, been in the industry, to come and share their experiences and their knowledge of a particular subject on their platform, and therefore I'm going to link their channel's link into my description box below, and please go and check it out if it interests you. Now I'm going to explain a little bit further at the end of the video of how Unacademy can help you and why I agreed to finally take a sponsored video. So you'll have to stay in for that, but right now let's begin with our video. So I know COVID-19 has kind of created a lot of problem for a lot of us, and we've been so damn scared ki kya hone wala hai. Why did I make this video though was first of all because I was also a management trainee since the last 10 months, and I got confirmed only a month back, and so I totally went through what most of you are going, that I was so insecure that am I gonna have this job in my hand at the end of this period, or do I have to look for another job quickly. So I completely relate with all of you guys, and therefore while I was going through that phase, I spoke to a lot of people on how this thing will pan out for all of us. So the first scenario which I mentioned was if you're going to sit for your summer internships. So guys, सबसे कम टेंशन तुम लोगों को लेनी है जो इस साल समर इंटर्नशिप के लिए बैठने वाले हैं, and why I will quickly tell you 3 reasons why you shouldn't be worried. One, everybody knows COVID-19 has happened. Everybody knows that the job environment is lean, and therefore if your placement cells of your colleges or your faculty feels that you might not have those many summer offers this year coming in, they will of course reach out to UGC, and it might just happen that first of all, usually summers in most colleges happens during the period of August to say November, and that might shift completely this year, and your summer placements might start somewhere at the fag end of the year, that is from say at the end of October and last up till January. One solution is that, which the colleges are obviously looking out for. The second thing is they will write out to UGC and say that probably internship shouldn't be mandatory for your batch at all. And the third thing is, well, if nothing else, you might just have to sit for unpaid internships, that is you wouldn't get a stipend. And is that so bad? Seriously, I mean, are you really relying on the money that you get from your summer internship? No, right? So you have to be mentally prepared that these companies might not give you a final offer because they're only looking out for somebody to come on board for 2 months and do a small project for them. That's completely cool. It's a requirement of the course, and trust me, nobody learns too much from those 2 months of internship. So it's completely cool. So you will have some of the other companies coming in and giving you summer projects. Worst case scenario, you don't get paid for it. That's okay. Point number 4. Where does the problem actually start for you? Now the problem starts for you when you sit for your final placements, because what did I just say? They might not actually have offers to give, and it's literally just a 2 months project. In that scenario, of course, the pressure will be a lot more during the final placements, because if in a general year a college places say 10 students, this year they might have say 15 out of 20 students who are left to be placed during the finals. But then again, now you think about it, if I'm a company who is revising my placements during a certain period, I wait it out for 1 more year. But of course, as the economy kicks back in, I will need a certain number of workforce, and therefore the jobs which are not coming during the times of summers will of course bound to come during the finals by the time you guys reach your finals. So I would say, don't think too much into the future. Be happy that you're entering a new course. Best of luck for it, and just enter it. Now at the end of this video, I will be sharing a tip. Sorry, I forgot to bring my mic, and you will have to bear with some disturbance from the background. But yes, so you might have to so I will be sharing a tip at the end of this video which will benefit all of you quite a lot, and so wait for it. Now the second type of people that I mentioned is people who are in their second year and therefore have to sit for their final place at the end of this year. Yes, I know it's going to be quite a stretch, because a lot of companies are sort of rethinking their workforce, and fewer companies are expected to come on campus. Most of the companies are expected to sort of revise the package that they were ready to offer before. Now again, so what will happen in this scenario? One, I would say, now this is a secret that I'm sharing with all of you at a great personal risk. So what happens is, when you pass out of your MBA colleges, most of my classmates anyway 2-3 months out of the college were looking for different placements, because they were not happy with the organization they had joined, which meant that while you think that college placement is going to sort you out for life, is actually not the truth. Okay, so a lot of us had to rewrite our resumes, and even though some of us had summer offers, okay, so we had literally not worked hard in the whole of second year of our college, and yet we entered the organization and we realized, oh my god, I just don't fit in over here. And so what did we do? We updated our resumes, and we had these on these job portals, we had the paid account for ourselves, and we were looking for a job through LinkedIn. I actually saw people posting their resume on LinkedIn and asking for a job upfront. We reached out to all the contacts that we had. Now this is a very important tip for all of you. If you're looking for a job, what you're supposed to try and do is find somebody in a company whom you know well, and then ask them to recommend you, which means they will recommend you on the company portal with your resume. So rather than applying out in the open, somebody else recommends you, which is far more effective. So yes, we looked for recommendations, and we heavily reached out to our alumni and told them that this so and so is the industry I'm interested in. Is your organization hiring? So my advice to you is that do not wait for how your final placements pan out. If you're worried, then start doing this hard work right now. Update your resume, and like 3-4 months before you're about to pass out, start to reach out to a lot of your alumni and start to make networks as to these people will really help you to get in. So you might not have to go through the insecurity of sitting in the placements thinking that I have no backup options, and this does not work out for me, then I'm gone. So definitely you will have to work a lot harder than probably your senior batches did. And I'm sorry, I know I'm not saying anything which eases your fear, but this is the reality and you need to realize it soon. So put in the hard work, guys. You really need it. Now the third kind of people are who are already placed, and probably their joining has been deferred, and they're worried that their organization might just revoke the offer because it's not a very good time to get new people in. I know, super scary, but my advice to you is, you have an offer letter in your hand right now. If you heard the last point that I just discussed, please find a backup job for yourself if it gives you any comfort. So reach out to all the seniors you know and ask them to recommend you. Look for a job. Even before doing all of that, one very important point is, now this is something which I literally directly have asked at least 15 of my juniors to do. So yes, I've been getting messages from my immediate junior batch because they are supposed to join the industry this year, that they are worried their offers might be revoked, and I keep telling them the same thing. Just call the HR that you're in contact with and ask them upfront that does the offer still hold. क्या हो जाएगा maximum? They're just gonna laugh it off. They're gonna like, are you silly? Of course we're taking you in. That's okay, right? It's okay. Be ready to be embarrassed rather than be out of a job. So just call the HR and just be upfront and ask them if the offer still holds, and at least you will have a fair idea of the situation. If you feel that things look a little dicey, immediately start looking for a backup option, because before your offer is revoked, you're in a very good situation. You have an offer letter in your hand which is valid, and so therefore try and go and look out for a job. In case you're the kinds whose offer has already been revoked, it's okay, it's completely okay. Everybody knows that organizations are anyway downsizing because of the COVID-19 scenario. There is no fault at all at your end, and it's all right. Be very honest with organizations that this is my situation and I need a job. So yes, it's going to be hard, and probably you'll also have to settle for a package which is lower than what you currently had been offered. Don't bite into it straight away. You should never not negotiate, but definitely that is one of the options, that once your package is kind of slightly lower down, you will get a job. So don't be scared. Reach out to all the networks that you have, and someone out there will definitely be able to help you in this situation. The fourth kind of people: should I be even studying for MBA? The situation is so bad, there's no point leaving my previous job, or probably I should study something else rather than go into an MBA. It's not a very good environment. क्या सोच रहे हो? मतलब, this is absolutely no logic to use right now. In fact, I would say you're in a lockdown. Definitely start your prep, and that is where Unacademy comes into picture. So a lot of my viewers, a lot of you guys are students who are beginning to study for CAT, and I would say that this is the perfect time for you, because anyway you're sitting at home. Even if you're doing a job, your commute time is at least being saved, right? Even if your workload is super high, you're at home, you don't have to waste time changing clothes, and you don't have to waste time commuting. So you have to get up in the morning, or you have to take out time in the night to study. And how will Unacademy help you is because it's an online platform, and if you subscribe to their course, they have very cool slots. So they have kept in mind that why would people take an online course, and therefore most of the slots that I checked out were in the morning, in the evening, during the weekend. Options are also there, so you can really benefit from that. And the second feature which I really liked about Unacademy is a lot of content has also been put up by professors who are like veteran of their subjects, and they come like guest lecturers and put in videos of content on their channel. Similarly, a lot of people just such as me who've done MBA and who are in the industry come make their own content. They design their own content and they release it through Unacademy. So basically these are people who were good at a subject, they were able to clear CAT, and they've taken out time to teach you. So there is a lot of content of such kind also on Unacademy, which you should definitely go and check out. So so when they were sponsoring my video, the discussion that I had with them is that on my community page I will be sharing 15 links every week, and these 15 links are of like a mixed sort. There are certain subject videos which you can check out, and then there are certain videos which have been put in by the veterans. So definitely my advice to you is, और कुछ नहीं तो एक दो video definitely check out करो, and if you feel you're comfortable and you're liking their medium of delivery, I'm also going to put their link in the description box. So go check out their content, check out if you want to take the subscription, and let's see if it helps you. So this is about it. Guys, I have a confession to make. I know I've not been replying to majority of the comments that are coming on my videos for a really long time, and trust me, I read each and every one of your comments. I read every single comment. The reason I do not respond is a lot of those comments are of the nature that should I be joining this college or that college? Should I be leaving my job? Should I be studying from this book XYZ? Now, I don't want to answer those questions for the simple reason is because as I'm maturing along with my job, I'm realizing everybody's situation is different, and a YouTube influencer who's only read one message, who has not spoken to you personally, does not know your situation well in depth, shouldn't be giving you such pinpointed advice that no, you should not go to college A, you should go to college B. I think that is very misplaced advice without understanding your situation. So therefore, please forgive me, I have not been answering such queries, but that is for your own benefit, at least from my point of view. Please reach out to people who know you better, who understand your situation better, and get better guidance, I would say. With that, I'm signing off, but I definitely read your comments and keep commenting as to what next videos you want to watch. Bye bye.